The girl who married the river spirit. In the village of Ndalama, water was life. The river fed their farms, filled their clay pots, and carried their prayers to the ancestors. Every sunrise, women walked to its banks with calabashes, and every sunset, children played along its edges. The river had always been generous, until the day it stopped. At first, it shrank quietly. Then the fish vanished. The water turned shallow and muddy. Crops began to die. The earth cracked under the sun. The elders gathered beneath the sacred baobab and whispered one terrifying truth. The river spirit is angry. No one knew why. Offerings were made. Goats were sacrificed. Drums were beaten. Prayers were shouted into the wind. But the river remained silent. Among the villagers was a young woman named Zuri. She was known, not for wealth or beauty, but for kindness. She shared her food, cared for the sick, and comforted the grieving. When she saw children crying from thirst and mothers watching their crops die, her heart broke. One night, while the village slept, Zuri wrapped herself in a cloth and walked alone to the dry riverbed. She knelt in the dust. "River spirit," she whispered, her voice trembling. "If you hear me, help us. Take anything from me, but please, save my people." The wind stopped. The ground shook. Slowly, water rose from the earth, forming a tall figure made of flowing blue light. His eyes glowed like moonlit waves, and his voice echoed like thunder beneath the sea. "Why should I help those who have forgotten me?" the spirit asked. Zuri bowed her head. "If we have offended you, forgive us. Punish me if you must, but spare my village." The spirit steadied her. "I have been alone for centuries," he said. "Once humans honored me. They sang to me. They listened. Now they take and forget. I will restore the river, but only if you become my companion beneath the water." Zuri's heart pounded. She had never left her village. She had never known another world. But she thought of the children, the crops, the dying animals. She nodded. "I will go with you." The spirit reached out, and the river surged around them, pulling Zuri beneath the surface, the world beneath the water. Zuri expected darkness and death. Instead, she entered a glowing underwater world filled with coral cities, floating lights, and currents that hummed like songs. Fish shimmered like jewels. Water spirits drifted like mist. The river spirit lived in a palace carved from crystal stone, deep within the river's heart. Though powerful, he was lonely. His voice echoed in empty halls, and his eyes held centuries of sorrow. At first, he was cold and distant. He spoke little. He watched Zuri silently, but Zuri did not fear him. She sang village songs while gathering glowing shells. She told him stories of children, laughter, harvest dances, and sunrise prayers. She taught him human joy. Slowly, the river spirit changed. He smiled. He laughed. He listened. He fell in love. Above the surface,